I think the I'm Here program is a wonderful one. I think it falls within a particular niche that's not being covered by Liberia. I remember when Mahmoud Johnson introduced the idea to me when he was at Dartmouth for the Davis Project. I mentioned to him that I thought it was great that he wanted to focus on young women, but if you look at the development agenda in the country right now, a lot of NGOs, the Nike Foundation, private enterprises are looking at young women, especially in terms of entrepreneurial development, but very few of them are looking at young boys who are not necessarily in school.
So many of us have tried so many ways of trying to interest street boys or just young men in the street and stuff, and we didn't get very far. But I can see from this program, they were enthusiastic, they really got into it, and I think your program has shown that it's a matter of coming up with a creative idea and just trying it. And I'd like to see other areas where we could implement something of the same thing during the summer for more boys and children off the street in general.
You know, I asked all the kids the first time I met them what their dreams and aspirations. I mean, these guys have, you know, all of their dreams were to be educated because, you know, that's what's stuck in their minds. But, you know, their goals and aspirations became, you know, wanting to be a pilot, to a minister, to a president, to a boat engineer. You know what I mean? Like, it just went from one extreme to the next. And, you know, what I told them, and it's funny because it was quoted back to me, was, you know, one of them said they wanted to be minister, and then when I saw them on the ship, he said he wanted to be something else. I don't remember. And I said, oh, you changed your dream? He said, yeah, because my dream is allowed to change. The only thing is I must keep dreaming. And that was one of the things that I said to them, because it is important to always dream. Because once you dream, you always have a goal. When you stop dreaming, it's almost like you have no reason to live.
My favorite impression of these kids, I think, had to have been last week Sunday. Last week Sunday, when you distributed the sneakers and the shoes for them, and it was like Father Christmas had come to town. The look of joy, the happiness within these children told you that I don't think none of them in their entire lives had ever had a brand new pair of sneakers or shoes. That's the first thing. I mean, they were so ecstatic, they were so happy. I know of one who didn't even want to leave it, you know, in a certain place. He wants to sleep with it every night. But I think that for me was the most touching thing. And how, you know, so many of us take things for granted. Take things for granted, not realizing that there are other people out there who have never, like I said, some of these children are 12, 13, 14 years old. And that was the first time they were actually owning something new and something just for them. And that alone, they can't wait to start classes. They can't wait to get in their uniforms so that they will come to school. Yes.
I think the most stark thing I remember is the hope in the eyes of the young boys. I mean, they were so eager. I think they were a bit suspicious about this, you know, woman coming in and infiltrating their territory, but they warmed up to me so quickly, and them expressing their aspirations, their goals, and their visions for their future gave me a lot of hope and encouragement. And I think that's the real gem of this program, is that it gives hope to people who otherwise probably wouldn't have it. And I'm sure their family and their friends are equally as happy with the programs, the way it's sort of developed in the past few months. So I think it's just meeting these young men in the flesh and seeing that they are human beings and they have goals and aspirations and they want to achieve greatness. And I think this is a part of that process. It's a step in the right direction.